What is the God of Christ about, Miko? Can you tell me a little bit about your God Christ?
Keanu Jesus.
Keanu Jesus, a very handsome, dark-haired man who came down to save it. Is there anything that about Keanu Jesus, you know, is there a certain sphere of influence? Does he have any sort of teachings that you would want to pass on as your character?
Give subs to your favorite streamer.
Wise words.
For then you shall be blessed.
Most holy.
Primed as well.
Praise be to Keanu Jesus.
Praise be. Your offerings will all help with the stream.
A mighty power.
How are you guys? How are you? Just throw 500 biddies. Dungeons and Degens. Welcome. I am excited. My first D&D game with a D&D master. This is gonna be great.
Hello.
Hello!
Bam.
Hello, my D&D master! Mark!
Welcome. Are you ready?
I am ready.
For an adventure.
I want to go into an adventure. I am so excited.
Amazing.
I've never done D&D before.
I know. I'm excited. It is a privilege to be your first, I'll be honest, Miko. I'm very excited to provide you with this wonderful experience. So, Miko.
Yes.
Dungeons and Dragons. How much do you know about Dungeons and Dragons? What do you know about it?
There are dungeons.
Yep.
And there are dragons.
Got those too. That's where we're at. Okay, perfect. That's it. Right. So, D&D is a game where you are going to be playing a character in a fantasy world. You are going to explore that fantasy world. We've made a character to get, well, you've kind of given me some answers. I've made a kind of basic character for you, but you're going to add all the fun bits, like come up with a name and what they look like and stuff like that. I've just done the boring
Master!
Indeed.
Master!
Yes, my child.
Bader. That will be my name.
Well, Master Beta, you are an adventurer in a world. You are, based on some of the stuff that we talked about, you are going to be playing an elf paladin, right?
Ooh.
That's the character that we've made for you.
Yeah.
So a paladin is a kind of warrior meets with a holy priest with holy powers and spells and things like that. But you're also a competent warrior. You are, look at this, the spell power that you have already at your disposal. You are ready, my child, to adventure.
I am so ready for adventure. I'm so excited. Take me! Take us! Take me! Take the master! Peter, take us!
This is set in a fantasy world called Althea. And a long time ago, a cataclysm ravaged the land. New continents and kingdoms emerged from the rubble. You, Master Beta, are a servant of the gods. And your head of your temple has been sent. Oh, there's a chicken somewhere nearby. But you have been sent by your temple to go to a village called Mikeswood, which apparently they've spotted a red dragon nearby. And your quest is to stop this dragon or to find a way to protect the village, okay? That's going to be your quest for this. Master Beta, Lord of Chickens. Excellent.
I have finally come to protect whatever I need to protect. I am ready for this adventure.
You have traveled across many days, and you are now on the road leading to the village of Mikeswood. Mikeswood sits at the base of the Ember Crown Mountains, which you can see rising up behind us, an endless sea of green trees and forestry. The mountains coil up into the air with their kind of tone gray brown peaks eclipsing the horizon. On the road up ahead, you begin to hear a voice calling out, "Help! Help! Someone! I'm trapped! Please!"
They're stuck!
You can see a wagon, a painted wagon up ahead that's been turned on its side. Loads of boxes and crates all scattered all over the road. And this is the best part of D&D, because I'm going to ask you, what do you want to do?
help the man. Ooh, ooh, ah,
Okay.
ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ah.
So you start rushing your way up to this wagon, right? You want to try and help whoever's stuck inside, you said?
I'm stuck. Yes, help.
Okay, so you rush up and you see that the wagon has been, there's all these kind of like scorch marks and there's all these kind of like dents and chips have been taken out of it. The horses that were pulling it have been like led away or run away from it. And you hear this voice calling out like, "Hello? Is someone there? Please, I'm stuck inside. There's a door. You can, I think they've done something to trap me in. Please, if you help me out, I'll reward you. Just do anything." What would you like to do, Miko?
He sounds suspicious.
Maybe. You don't know. You can't see
sounds
inside. You can just hear this voice calling out. You can see that there is a door on the side of this wagon, but the lock seems to have been mangled in some way. But there's also a window on the top that looks like it was once on the side and is now on the top of the wagon. You could try and climb up and look inside, or you could try and do something about the door. What would you like to do?
I want to climb up and look inside to see who it is.
So, Master Beta, you know, you're quite a strong, athletic individual. You climb up, you pull yourself up onto the top of the wagon with an excellent kind of chin-up maneuver, and you look down, and through a series of kind of barred windows, you can see this kind of broken, chaotic mess of a merchant's wagon. You can see all sorts of goods, bags of flour, a couple of barrels, all sorts of things turned around, and sat in the middle of it all is this short, stocky dwarf wearing a big cowboy hat. And he's got this big kind of Stetson hat with this long gray beard, and he looks really tired and worn out. He looks up at you. It's like, oh, thank the star, somebody's come alive. Please, sir, just get me out of here. Some critters tried to knock over my wagon and sent it flying, and now I'm stuck inside. Please, I can pay you.
Am I related to this man?
I don't think so. I don't know. Does your tell me a little bit about Master Beta? Does Master Beta do you know something of dwarves, or have you spent some time with them maybe?
Master Beta has indeed might have some relations to this dwarf. For Master Beta has a parent who got remarried.
Oh, interesting.
So the dwarf might, and that my stepfather happens to be a dwarf.
Okay. Well, I think maybe your stepfather then would have heard of this fellow. This is a chap.
I believe this dwarf might be my stepbro.
This is very good. This is your stepbrother. So you would know this. His name is Thaddeus. This is your stepbrother, and he's a fairly successful merchant. What would you like to do?
I would like to help him get unstuck.
To do that, there's a couple of things you could try and do, and you tell me which sounds good, right? You could try and break this barred window that you've climbed up to and you're looking down into. You could go back down to the door and you could try and pick the lock, or you could try and smash it open with your weapon or your bare hands, or you could try something else. Anything you can really think of. That's the beauty of this game. You tell me what you want to do, and I'll figure out something to do it.
I want to smash the window.
You bring the greatsword down, and it splinters the wood and fractures the area around the bars, giving you enough room to kind of wiggle the bars free and pulling them up. And you throw them to the side, and you've created a big enough gap that Thaddeus might just be able to kind of squeeze through if you pull him up through into.
And then?
Well, do you want to reach down and try and pull him up, or are you going to just make him come out all by himself?
I'm going to let him climb up by himself.
Okay, so you kind of take a step back, and you hear, it takes maybe sort of 5-10 minutes, you kind of hear like a, little help, come on, please, Master, Beta. And then you kind of hear some more struggling, and then eventually this little kind of like stodgy arms pulls himself up. It looks like maybe he stood on some sort of barrel, and he's pulled himself free. He's like, well, I didn't recognize you at first, Beta. I'm so glad to see you. I can't believe it that you happen to stop by.
I'm glad I have helped you out.
Indeed you have, and I should properly thank you for that. I haven't got many of these left. They all broke in the wagon, but I saved this one, and I think you should take this. I know you're an adventuring type. It's a potion of healing. It should heal your wounds if you get injured. Where are you headed?
I am headed to save the Earth, for it is my duty.
I'm traveling up to, there's a village just up ahead called Maxwood. I was heading there to do some trading, but if they've got all these monsters and critters running around, there could be some problems.
I can come help you, Mr. Dwarfman.
Thaddeus, I'm your half-brother, remember?
Right. Sorry.
Right,
Memory's
right,
a little
yeah,
tough these days, right? Smoke too much holy water,
Names
and joints. Indeed. Let's go.
So the two of you travel along this road together, this worn, dusty trail that weaves through the woods and leads up to this ramshackle-looking village. The village itself is surrounded by a flimsy, weak wooden wall. You can see a collection of thatched roof cottages, a few buildings. You can hear the hammer of a blacksmith coming from nearby, and a pair of nervous-looking guards, a human woman and a human man, are watching the road from the wall. And as they see you and your half-brother Thaddeus approach, the man calls out like, "Oh, who goes there?"
It is I, the great high priestess, Master Bader.
Master Bader, did you say? Master Bader? Oh, have
그래.
we heard of a Master Bader?
그래, 나는 마스터 베이터입니다. 너무 저를 지금 보내주세요.
Susan, can you understand her? I think she's speaking Elvish to us, Nigel, I
난
think.
지금 진짜 open sesame.
Oh, well, I
Sesame.
Okay. I'm sorry, we don't speak Elvish, but we'll open the gates and you can come on through. I mean, she's with Thaddeus, right? I think we recognize him. Yeah, we recognize him. Let him through. Are you here? You're not here to help with the dragon, are you?
Why?
Well,
Yes, I am.
oh,
Give me that dragon.
Oh, well, look at those powerful thighs, Susan. She's going to be definitely the one to help us, won't she?
Very armored.
Oh, definitely.
With the power
Oh, yeah, very.
of Christ, I will help you. There's an attack. Just BRB. Just 2 seconds. Someone attack me. How can I find this dragon?
Well, the dragon, you see, it must be somewhere up in the mountains. We don't really know. The mountains are a maze of valleys and pathways and trails. The reeve of the town, he's kind of like our mayor. He was supposed to be organizing what we were going to do, but he's just been locked up in his house. He won't come out. He won't speak to anybody. We don't know what to do. The blacksmith, she's trying to organize, a defense, but, well, she's just one blacksmith. She doesn't really know, a way to stop a dragon. There is an old source. There's a sorceress who lives out in the forest, but none of us are really brave enough to go and speak with her.
I will speak with the sorceress. I have the power of Christ within my hands.
Oh, the mighty God Christ. What is the God of Christ about, Miko? Can you tell me a little bit about your God Christ?
Keanu Jesus.
Keanu Jesus, a very handsome, dark-haired man who came down to save it. Is there anything that about Keanu Jesus, is there a certain sphere of influence? Does he have any sort of teachings that you would want to pass on as your character?
Give thy gift subs to your favorite streamer.
Wise words.
For then you shall be blessed.
Most holy.
Primes as well.
Praise be to Keanu Jesus.
Praise be. Your offerings will all help with the stream.
A mighty power. So you begin making your way through the woods. The woods here are old, ancient. You can hear animals making noises around you, skittering in the undergrowth as the leaves and the branches of this ancient wood seem to echo all around you. You travel for maybe an hour, 2 hours, and then eventually, on the very cusp of the edge of the wood, you begin to see a rustic little cottage and a stone tower. A small garden of herbs and flowers grows beside it, and inside you can hear this woman's voice calling out, "Oh, you dreadful little fuck! Get back here! No, don't break that! Ah, shit!" And you can hear the sounds of something smashing on being broken inside. What would you like to do?
I would like to approach this lady and talk to her.
Okay. You make your way to the door of the cottage, which is kind of hanging open, and when you push it open, you see inside a kind of very quaint, rustic country cottage. You can see herbs being hung up in the ceiling. You can see a wooden chandelier and a little fireplace. But chasing around this kind of orange-skinned little demon, you can see this thing kind of flapping through the air, spewing fire down onto the stone cottage below.
I want to catch it!
Okay, you want to run and try and grab it and catch it. Perfect.
And then cook it!
So,
no,
we're going to make a roll of the dice. It's already, it's trying to hit you.
It's already got me!
It's already got you. Well, hopefully, chat will seek to revive you. If not, this is going to go in a very different way.
Has already got me, but don't worry, I will be revived and get him back.
So, your character has 22 hit points, and you've taken 4 points of damage, so you have 18 hit points left. And you can heal yourself with spells. You can rest if you need to, but you are going to take a little bit of damage as this creature spews its flame all over your body.
I'm going to drink that potion. I have a potion that the Red Dwarf gave, my stepbro gave me. I'm going to drink that healing potion.
Okay, so you drink the healing potion, and you feel this kind of red, warm liquid go down into your chest, and those burns that you felt before begin to kind of ebb and flow away. And you can actually restore 7 points of health. So you go back all the way to your maximum hit points of 22. You feel all the damage washed away by that fire breath. And now it's your turn. What would you like to do? So you wanted to try and grab this thing and then cook it? Or do you want to try and cut it with your sword? Do you want to cast a spell on it? What do you want to do to this thing?
I want to cast a spell.
You want to cast the sleep spell?
Yes.
Okay. So you... what does it look like when Master Beta casts spells? Like, is there a particular thing that you do? Is there a prayer that you utter to Lord Keanu? What is it?
I will spray!
You will spray, so you kind of hold your hands up, and this spray of magical liquid and energy, as you feel the power of this spell erupt from your hands and sprays all over the room and all over the little creature as you begin barking out the ancient words of the Grand Mage Chicken that once taught you this magic. As it just sprays everywhere across this creature, you see it just seems to flap once in the air, and then it collapses to the ground in a slumber, and it just hits the ground fast asleep. And the woman who was crying out before turns to you, and you see now that she's this tall, lithe, white-haired, dark-skinned elven woman. And she goes, an hero has come to save me. Thank you so much. How can I repay this debt of kindness to you?
I want to ask her, are you a sorcerer?
Well, I have sometimes been called a sorceress, yes. My name is Zavi. A pleasure to meet you. What is your name, good sir?
Master. Beta.
Master. Beta. Well, a very curious name. But what do I owe the pleasure? Thank you so much for helping me. I was going to turn this little creature into some potions, but it managed to get away from me and escape. It's been causing all sorts of havoc. But now I can do that. Perhaps I could give you one of these potions.
Yes.
As a thank you.
Please, give it to me. Give it to me. Actually, wait. I have no money.
No, please, I would not expect payment.
No, please, hold on. No, I must pay in order to get this potion. And the only way I can get money is by having gift subs from my chat. Or Twitch Primes.
You feel you feel that you are somehow going to be just gifted money magically. This is quite powerful. I hope that this will work for you.
Yes, I hope so too. I'm looking at look at this.
Well,
I've gotten a gift sub.
Maybe there's some knowledge that you seek or some answers to some questions that you have. I am very powerful and very well versed in magic and knowledge. Is there something that you seek to do?
I am seeking this evil dragon.
A dragon?
Yes.
You are Dragon Slayer?
Yes, I slay the dragon and crush it between my thighs.
Oh, those are mighty thighs indeed to crush an entire dragon.
Thank you.
I do not doubt it.
Yes.
I do not doubt it. Well, first things first. Do you know the color of this dragon?
It's just a plain white dragon.
A white dragon?
Yeah, just straight male, plain white dragon.
Oh, A white dragon is very different. You see, there are so many types of dragon. If it were a red dragon, you would want to be protected from fire. If it was a white dragon, you will want to be protected from ice. So perhaps I can make you a potion of ice resistance. How does that sound?
That sounds amazing. Thank you, sir.
Of course. You continue traveling through the woods, but the longer you seem to travel south, the more unnatural the woods seem to get. The bark of the trees begins to turn a dull gray. The leaves, although in the height of summer, turn brown, decaying like autumn. No more animals make sounds, until eventually you come across a large stone sarcophagus set into a large rock at the center of a glade. A statue of an enormous man, barrel-chested, raising a large sword above his head, pectoral muscles pumped and full, with a tiny loincloth covering his enormous manhood, stands above the tomb. And engraved, there appears to be some sort of writing on the tomb itself, but you're too far away to read it as it is. What would you like to do?
Take a photo with the statue.
Take a photo. Okay, perfect, yeah. So you pull out your little elven Apple cam.
Yes.
Take a quick picture, save that for later, no problem. Got that in your inventory, easy.
I have bad news.
What is the bad news?
I have become an enormous five-head.
So you have this enormous five-head now, pushing back your nunly habit. This is a test. This must be a test from your god. If you can survive, if you can complete your quest, your head will be returned to a forehead, I'm sure.
He is upset again. 1 second. Chat!
Imbued with light. Is there any bad news before we crack on?
Yes, there is some more bad news.
What is the bad news?
I'm getting killed again.
That's pretty bad news, I gotta say. Man, this is the most unfortunate D&D character I think I've ever come across.
I want to go into the tomb and protect myself.
Okay, so you make your way up to the tomb and you can see engraved on the lid of this sarcophagus.
I'm stuck!
It says,
My head! Hold on, I must squeeze my... okay. I made it.
You kind of managed to squeeze it back down. The lid of the sarcophagus, there is something written. Woe to those who try to desecrate these bones. Only those with the spirit of Thundercock may wield his blade.
I know who to call.
This ghostly spirit seems to rise up, bearing a very similar resemblance to that giant statue of a man. Who here disturbs the tomb of Sir Michael Thundercock?
Oh,
Yeah.
I am Mike Thundercock.
My ancestor, my great ancestor, you have finally come to reclaim. Are you coming now?
I am coming right now, very hard.
Amazing. My warrior, my ancestor, it is to you that this blade must be passed, for only that power of a Thundercock can wield it. Take the blade from my sarcophagus, if you can lift it. So you squeeze your glutes and your thighs and you stretch and lift. Unfortunately, roll a 7. And you stretch, but this thing is so heavy, you can't quite get a lift to grip on it and push it. What else would you like to try and do? Is there a way that you can think of that you might be able to try and open this without just using pure strength? Or would you like to speak to the spirit, maybe implore the spirit to help you anyway? You could try and encourage the spirit to give you the sword regardless.
I would like to encourage the spirit to give me the sword.
Oh, I love it.
Open up. Give me the sword. Or else you will feel my thunder thighs and my Thundercock.
Oh, the spirit seems aghast. It kind of pushes itself away. Never before have I seen such thighs on a warrior. You earned the blade this day. It reaches in, and with its spiritual arm, you sense something being pulled free as a great flaming sword emerges and places it into your hands. The blade of the Thundercock is yours, my ancestor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go now. Seek whatever destiny awaits you. What great quest you will encounter next. Good luck. And then the spirit fades away. So you begin making your way back through into the mountain trails. The Ember Crown Mountains rise up on either side of you. This kind of black obsidian rock mixed in with browns and grays. A desolate wasteland that seems to wind and curve its way through valleys and trails until eventually you see a great volcano-like cavern spewing smoke and flame up ahead. You can hear this deep, reverberating breathing coming from inside. What would you like to do?
I must call upon the non-master Beta.
You will need the power of Lord Keanu at your side. You begin creeping your way up, unarmored. You make almost no sound as you begin padding your way up. You can hear the kind of this deep reverberating breathing, this kind of getting louder and louder. When you peer inside, you can see that dull orange glow of flames all up and around the side, and in the middle appears to be this great serpentine creature, a red dragon coiled around. You can see its great draconic mouth kind of paused in moments of sleep and rest as it seems to be quietly just snoring to itself, laying atop a pile of gold, all sorts of supplies that seems to have taken. You can see gemstones in amongst all the gold coins, and it just seems to be sleeping there, lying in wait.
Are there
What
any...
would you like to do? It hasn't noticed you.
I want to poke at it.
So you go up. Are you going to poke it with a sword, or are you just going up and poking it with your hands?
With my hand. I want to poke it.
Who has disturbed my slumber? Who awakens Ember Storm? Who are you?
I am Master Beta.
Master Beta. I
Master
call no
Beta.
one Master.
Hold on. No. You gotta say it like Master Beta. You have to say it with a flow.
It's one word. It's one name.
Yeah.
Master Beta.
That's...
Mortal names are very strange.
I know.
What do you wish, Master Beta, before I devour you?
Well, what's your name?
Well, I'm Ember Crown, the red dragon scourge
so
of these mountains.
Ember Crown? You're gonna be like, oh, your name is Master Beta? Well, your name is Ember Crown? You gonna make fun
I'm
of
a
my
mighty
name?
dragon. I'm the scourge of the mountains. Yes, my name is Ember Crown.
Then why did you get? Why weren't you named Master Dragon Beta, huh? Master Beta's a fantastic name. I am the top of the priestess.
I am going to burn you alive and consume your flesh.
My chat does that all the time. Have you heard of Twitch chat? Okay, I'm
Wait,
Twitch chat.
sorry,
Mr.
wait,
Dragon.
hang on.
Okay.
We've got a. You're not. Are you a Twitch streamer?
Yes.
I love Twitch.
Wait,
What's
really?
your channel?
My channel?
Yes, I watch it all the time on my
CodeMiko.
scrying orb.
Wait, seriously?
Yes, I love it. It's the only way that I can get entertainment. I can't look at these claws. I can't game. I can't do anything.
What? I'm so happy. Are you one of my subs?
What's your channel name? I don't think I'm subbed up to you yet. But
CodeMiko.
CodeMiko. I'll hang on. I'll add it to my list and I'll give it a watch.
Okay. Awesome.
Yes, maybe I could give you my Prime sub as well.
Please give me your Prime sub, Sir Dragon.
Well, maybe we'll see. But hang on a minute. What sort of things do you do? Are you a gamer?
No,
Are you,
I piss posh at games. I talk.
You're a just chatting streamer?
I am a just chatting streamer.
Do you do interviews?
I do interviews.
You know, I'm very interesting, and I've lived for nearly 300 years. I've got some stories I could tell you. If you wanted people to come on your show, maybe sometime.
Well, Mr. Dragon, I mean...
Mrs. Dragon, actually.
Mrs. Dragon!
Yes, of course.
You're
I know it's hard to tell.
Oh!
Yes.
No, Mrs. Dragon, I would love to have you on my show. Come on my show.
I'd love to. You know, I'm a bit busy, but I'm sure I can find something in my schedule to find a way to...
Yes. So but I have to say, before you come on my show...
Yes.
I have to say stop pillaging. Stop burning the village.
If I stop burning the village, you'll let me come on your show. You'll interview me on your show.
Yes, as long as you stop burning the village, I will let you come on my show.
Could you ask Twitch to send me a hoodie in extra large?
Twitch doesn't like me, Sir Dragon.
Oh.
Ma'am Dragon.
Do you have a hoodie? Do you have merch?
Not yet.
But when you do get some.
COVID. Yes, when I get some, I will give you some of my merch. Yes, Mrs. Dragon. Yes.
All right, deal.
Deal.
Masturbator. Deal.
Mr. What was your name again?
Mrs. Emberstorm.
Mrs. Emberstorm.
Scourge of the Mountain.
Scourge of the Mountain. Yes, yes.
You can put that on the little.
I think I have one of your eggs.
What? My children. My children.
No.
They've been missing for so long. I've missed them. They were stolen from me, which is why I came to these mountains. Why I was going to burn them. You found them for me.
Well, it's mine.
And with that, Miko, we will end our adventure on a cliffhanger as you have this awkward stare-off with the dragon over the ownership of this egg to be resolved in another adventure. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No, stop it. Thank you.
I'm British. You can't out-thank me. You can't out-thank me. I'm English. I'm just going to keep saying it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Miko. And yeah, just give me a shout if you want to play again. Okay?
Bye, Mark.
Bye. Bye.